All right, everybody, welcome back to Jayfabe Wrestling, another rebooking of Survivor Series. This time we're looking at Survivor Series 2016. Survivor Series 2016 took place on November 20th, 2016 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, my hometown. Let's go. The Air Canada Centre, now known as the Scotiabank Centre. And the attendance was around 17,143. Tagline, Fantasy Warfare just got real. And this was the first time they did the Raw versus SmackDown on the whole card. I know in 2005 they had it. And obviously in bragging rights they did that. But for the Survivor Series, it was the first time they did the Raw versus SmackDown concept for basically the whole card here. So let's get into it. On the pre-show, we got TJ Perkins, Rich Swann, and Noam Dar defeating Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari in a 6-man tag match. Then we got Kane defeating Luke Harper by pinfall. And in the opener, we got Team Raw, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Sasha Banks, defeating Team SmackDown, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Naomi, and Natalya. Then we got for the Intercontinental Championship, The Miz representing SmackDown, defeating Sami Zayn from Raw to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Then we got Team Raw, Cesaro, Sheamus, Enzo, Big Cass, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, The New Day, Big E and Kofi, and the Shining Stars, Epico and Primo, defeating Team SmackDown, American Alpha, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, Rizongo, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze, Heath Slater and Rhino, the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, and the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. And then we have D. Brian Kendrick from Raw defeating Kalisto from SmackDown by disqualification for the Cruiserweight Championship. And then we have the men's Survivor Series elimination match. Team SmackDown, AJ, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon from Team SmackDown defeating Team Raw, Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. And in the main event, we got Goldberg defeating Brock Lesnar. So yeah, guys, this was a pretty good card actually. First off, it was the Raw versus SmackDown concept was pretty fresh. I definitely enjoyed that. Also, I enjoyed Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Obviously, the surprise of Goldberg squashing Brock. Some people are a bit worried, considering the WrestleMania 20 match that, it might be a boring match or the fans might, boo Goldberg, boo Brock Lesnar. But no, the fans were generally surprised and happy to see Goldberg go over Brock in 1 minute 26 seconds. And Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the men's match, was very good. Had some great storylines in that match. Obviously, from Team SmackDown, the finish with Randy sacrificing himself for Bray Wyatt, so that kind of builds the the Randy versus Bray storyline there. Dean and AJ kind of continue the storyline where Dean kind of joins the Shield temporary as they powerbomb AJ through the announce table. And even Shane McMahon, he took a brutal spot, spear. And yeah, even James Ellsworth, he helped eliminate Braun Strowman by getting him to get counted out. And then also they were kind of slowly building towards the Jericho-Kevin Owens feud there with Kevin Owens using Chris Jericho's list as a weapon to get himself disqualified and distracting Jericho as well. So yeah, that was cool. I feel like the tag team match, though, it could have been better. I wish they, probably gave them a little bit more time. Because, the main event, not the main event, the men's Survivor Series tag match got 52 minutes. And then the tag match with, basically 20 people in the match only got 18 minutes. So I think it was too quick. And, they eliminated the New Day, I believe, right away. So I would have definitely booked that match differently. And even the team Ross versus SmackDown women's match, it only went 17 minutes. I definitely think they should have went at least 25 minutes. So, I mean, just like the way they booked those other two Survivor Series matches felt like, it wasn't that much important. So, but honestly, everything else was pretty good. We had The Miz and Sami Zayn, cool singles match. Only thing is I wouldn't really have the cruiserweights on the main roster. I definitely think they should have been on NXT just because the cruiserweights, WWE didn't value them on the main roster. Even like changing the ropes like to purple is like, what are we really doing here? So yeah, I definitely would change that. But honestly, there's not really much to to switch and move around here, essentially I would just, instead of having Miz versus Sami Zayn, I would have a mid-card match there. So I'd have actually 4 Survivor Series matches and then Brock versus Goldberg, which I'll also kind of include in the brand split feud here. So yeah, let's get into my card right now. So the first match, we got the tag team Survivor Series elimination tag match. We got the New Day, Enzo Cass, Sheamus, Cesaro, The Club, and the Golden Truth. So I'll replace Shining Stars with the Golden Truth. I think R-Truth and Goldust are definitely more entertaining team, and I could just imagine the funny segments the Golden Truth will have with the New Day and Enzo and Cass. And then Team SmackDown, I would keep it the same. Heath Slater, Rhino, the Usos, American Alpha, the Hype Bros, and the Fashion Police. So yeah, basically I'm keeping the same match. I'm just changing Golden Truth, having them replace the Shining Stars. I would just book it a little bit differently here though. I would, not eliminate the New Day right away. I would have the final 2 teams though be Sheamus, Cesaro, and American Alpha rather than the Usos, just because American Alpha, they're kind of the new team, so I definitely want to give them more shine here. Yeah, it'll be a good finish. Have Sheamus and Cesaro get the victory like they did in real life. I would have Chad Gable have Cesaro in the ankle lock, and Sheamus can hit the bro kick, and Cesaro could get the pin there. So yeah, just definitely give them a little bit more time and just change a little bit of how the match was booked, and I think this will definitely be a better match. All right, next up, this is kind of maybe the only change I have here is Team Raw, the mid-card match. So we got Rusev, Sami Zayn, Neville, Bo Dallas, and Mark Henry versus Team SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, and Kane. So yeah, first off on Team Raw, I'd have Rusev still be U.S. champion. I know Roman was at the time, but I would still have Rusev be U.S. champion, and his number 1 rival would be Sami Zayn, so there's a bit of tension there. Then we got Neville, Bo Dallas, some young talent from NXT, and then a veteran in Mark Henry who's trying to get this team to be on the same page. And then we got Team SmackDown. We got Dolph and The Miz. Obviously, they had an epic feud at No Mercy. I would still keep Dolph the champion here. I know they had Miz defeat Dolph just for, him to fight Sami Zayn at the show, but I feel like that really halted Dolph's momentum, so I'd keep Dolph still as champion here because his momentum was still going well. The Miz would also be on the team. Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, so again, some young NXT talent there. And then Kane, the SmackDown veteran. So, yeah, the teams definitely match up well, and I would have the final 2 be Sami Zayn and The Miz. So kind of like... their match, obviously. They can go at it for a bit here. And I would have actually Rusev get pissed and distract Sami Zayn. And that's when The Miz could take advantage and hit the skull-crushing finale. So obviously it keeps The Miz strong despite not being IC champion. Obviously it builds tension between The Miz and Daniel Bryan, because The Miz could say he won for SmackDown, but he doesn't give a damn about SmackDown or Daniel Bryan. And obviously Daniel Bryan has to acknowledge that The Miz did win for his brand. So definitely build some fun tension there. And I just think booking another Survivor Series match would have been good. Get more talent on the card. I think, Dolph Ziggler definitely deserved to be on the card. And yeah, Neville definitely deserved to be on the card. So getting more talent. Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, these guys just debuted. So yeah, it'd be nice to get them on the card. All right. Next up, we got the women's elimination Survivor Series match. We got Team Raw, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jackson, Dana Brooke versus Team SmackDown, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Carmella. So yeah, I guess the only change here is that I would still keep Nikki Bella in the match. I wasn't a fan of Natalya attacking her. I just felt like, SmackDown really needed more star power on their team, and it would make sense to have Nikki Bella on the team there. And I also have Dana Brooke on the team over Alicia Fox. Dana Brooke just debuted. She is closely aligned with Charlotte, so it makes sense to have Dana Brooke on the team there. And yeah, so I would actually have Team Raw win this one, I think, because you got definitely more talent here. I would have the final 2 be Charlotte and Bailey. So you could have Charlotte and Sasha kind of miscommunication, and that gets Sasha eliminated there. And then the final two could be Becky and Nikki versus Charlotte and Bailey. Bailey could eliminate Nikki Bella. And then Bailey's about to eliminate Becky Lynch, but Charlotte tags herself in, and Charlotte's the one that takes the pin there. So yeah, definitely builds heat towards Charlotte, builds the kind of starting to build towards Bailey versus Charlotte, which I did book for WrestleMania 33, I believe. And yeah, gets more heat on Charlotte, but also keeps Bailey looking strong. Also, you keep Sasha kind of strong there. She didn't get eliminated cleanly there. So, and then also builds their feud towards Roadblock. I would still have Sasha be the champion. I wouldn't have the hot potato in there. I'd have Sasha defeat Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. And yeah, Charlotte could regain it back at Roadblock. So yeah, I think this would just be a better... No, again, just kind of similar match. Have Nikki Bella and Dana Brooke. I think they're a little more talent with more momentum at the time. So I think it would help the match. And just rebooking it a little bit differently, I think it'd be good. So yeah. All right. Next up, we got Team Raw, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman versus Team SmackDown, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Shane McMahon. So yeah, just have the same match here. Again, like I mentioned earlier, this match was amazing, but I think it went a little too long, so maybe give the other two Survivor Series tag matches a little bit of time. But again, they had a lot of storylines here that they really built. Again, I like the Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho tension there. Obviously, Roman and Seth were teaming up for a bit. Braun Strowman is looking strong. I like the way they kind of paid off the James Ellsworth storyline. AJ and Dean, that was good, payoff with Dean Ambrose doing the powerbomb on AJ Styles with the Shield. Yeah, the only thing is some people say Shane McMahon, did he have to be in the match? I understand, but, I think he fit better than Baron Corbin, actually, because at least Shane still has some star power there. Obviously, the way he got eliminated wasn't ideal, but it is what it is. And then, of course, Randy and Bray. That makes sense for, Randy to sacrifice himself for Bray. Just slow building that, storyline there. So, yeah, keep everything the same. Maybe just shorten the time by, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Give the other Survivor Series matches some time there. And yeah, and then the main event, Brock versus Goldberg. So I would actually have Shane bring Goldberg to SmackDown, because remember Brock F5'd Shane McMahon on SummerSlam. So Shane's like, I didn't forget about that. And he says, you know what? Raw may have Brock Lesnar, but SmackDown now has this guy. Goldberg will debut and say, Brock, you're next. So yeah, I mean, look, I think it just adds more to the feud that, it's Brock versus Goldberg, but it's also still Raw versus SmackDown. Fits the theme here. And you could have, again, the same kind of build here where they're having pull-apart brawls. And yeah. And Goldberg had pretty good momentum when he debuted. Not debut, but when he returned here. And yeah, same match. Goldberg squashes, so SmackDown gets the win here. And I would just have, Shane's about to sign Goldberg to SmackDown, but Brock says, yeah, Goldberg got lucky and he's scared to, sign a Raw because he doesn't want to face Brock again. So then I would have Goldberg say, decline Shane's offer and sign with Raw. So that's how I kind of booked that to get Brock and Goldberg again on Raw. But I think it'd be good just to have Goldberg for now represent SmackDown. And yeah, it makes sense. We got 5 matches, so obviously we need a tiebreaker there. So yeah, Team SmackDown can get the win. You can have all the SmackDown roster come out with Goldberg maybe and celebrate. That'd be a cool way just to show the brand unity as well. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of my card. I think I booked it a little bit better. Obviously, a lot of things are the same. I think I'm improving just how I'm booking the tag team match. And the women's elimination tag match is obviously replacing some of the talent there. Getting rid of the Cruiserweight match, I think it was good because the Cruiserweights kind of halted the momentum there. And I think they would have been better off in NXT anyways. And then, rather than have the Intercontinental Championship match, I I would add more people to the card and still have The Miz and Sami Zayn kind of go at the end there, so it can showcase both of them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about my card. I'm gonna run down the card for you right now. So we got the Tag Team Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match from Raw. The New Day, Enzo and Cass, Sheamus and Cesaro, The Club, and the Golden Truth versus Team SmackDown, Heath Slater, Rhino, the Usos, American Alpha, the Hype Bros, and the Fashion Police. Then we got the mid-card Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match. Team Raw, the United States Champion Rusev, Sami Zayn, Neville, Bo Dallas, and Mark Henry versus Team SmackDown, the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, and Kane. And then we got the Women's Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match. Team Raw, the Raw Women's Champion Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Dana Brooke versus Team SmackDown, the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, and Carmella. And then we got the men's Survivor Series Tag Team match. We got Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman versus Team SmackDown, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Shane McMahon. And in the main event, Fantasy Warfare just got real. Brock Lesnar representing Raw versus Goldberg representing SmackDown. So yeah, guys, that's my card. Just a quick rebooking, my couple minor tweaks here. Let me know what you guys think about Survivor Series 2016 as a whole, and some of the things I tweaked and changed here. I appreciate the support. Catch you on the next one. Peace.